Hi guys, Steph here. Hey. Look at this gorgeous pen. It's a pen that I found recently on my travels. It was a little bit on the tired side and it needed a little bit of work. So what I actually did, I disassembled the whole pen, as you can see here. Okay, now, well, after that disassembly, we cleaned everything internally, we gave the pen a lovely polish, and we're now ready for a new home for this gorgeous pen. Now what have we? What we've got here, nice and simple, is the Pelikan, or the vintage Pelikan 400 fountain pen. It comes in brown, i.e. the cap here, although it looks black on the video, and the piston knob to the end here is brown. They're both in brown. And the center barrel here is a lovely, what they term as a tortoiseshell colour. Obviously, or maybe not obviously, to some people it's a plunger filler, or sorry, should I say a piston filler, as we'll show you in a moment. Now the size of this pen capped is 126 millimeters capped. Around the barrel, it's just a tad under 12 millimeters in diameter. Now, if we go up to the cap for you, you can see it's got this sort of quite a broad cap band to the bottom of the cap. It's got the very recognisable Pelikan clip of the period. There we go. And to the very top, to the button to the top there, you can see it's got the Pelikan logo. All in all, a gorgeous pen. Now this particular model, I believe, was made from, around about 1950s through to around, I think, 1956. But I'm dating this pen 1953. Why is that, you will say? Well, for me personally, the reason I believe it's 1953, you can't see it, or you can on the previous parts video. The piston is a transparent, it has a transparent seal, which I believe they brought out or started around about 1953. Also, the cap band there, as we've just shown you, is plain. Now, I believe before 1954, the cap band there was without any engraving, and then I believe 1954 it had the engraving of, I think, maybe Pelikan 400 on it. Okay, so that's the reason I'm dating the pen 1953. There's no barrel imprint as such. The piston knob there, you can see, has got an F to it, which I assume is indicating it's a fine nib. As I say, the only barrel imprint we can see on the pen is, if you look just above the piston at the bottom of the barrel there, you will see it says Gunther Wagner. Okay, so the only imprint is at the bottom, Gunther Wagner. Okay, now, as we said, it's been fully cleaned internally. Let's unscrew the cap for you. Let's show you the pen in numerous different angles. It's a very desirable model. It's an absolutely gorgeous pen. Okay, there's a lot of collectors out there that collect these vintage Pelikans. And what you'll notice, I don't know how clear it is, it's got a lovely barrel transparency to it. Now, if I actually bring on our torch, there you go, look at that. It's got a lovely clear barrel imprint. And if we turn the piston for you, there you go, you can see the piston inside moves to the top, and then if we turn it all the way back again, let's just do it one more time for you. There you go, piston works internally. So as I said, lovely barrel transparency. So let's take that to one side. Let's go up section. You've got the thread to the bottom of the section, quite a standard section, as you can see, little ridge towards the nib. And then if we show you the nib there, okay, it's got a Pelikan, and then to the center it's got a circle with the Pelikan logo, and then just below that it has 14C or 14 carat, and then to the right 585. So it's got the correct nib for the period. Let's give you another view of it. There we go. A lovely nib. As you can see, everything lovely and clean. There's a sideways view for you, and then the feed underneath there. Okay, you can see it's got this sort of, I don't know what I term as like a ribbed feed underneath, like so. Okay, now the nice thing about the nib on this particular pen, it's not friction fit. It actually unscrews, as you can see there, and then it just simply screws back in. Okay, so again that indicates to me that it's slightly later, because I do believe the earlier models had a friction fit nib, but this one is a screw in, so indicates it's a little bit later. A very nice comfortable pen to hold, although the size of it, you know, I mean, some people might think it's a small pen. It's actually, even with my large hands, very comfortable indeed. Now the F to the bottom, does it indicate that it has a fine nib? What we're going to do, because, well, as you've seen, we've got lovely clarity to the barrel. We've cleaned everything. As I said, internally, it was actually pretty black when I got it, but it's lovely and clean. So I don't want to fill it. I'll leave that pleasure to the new owners, but let's just do a dip test. We can clean it afterwards, and what we have is a Pelikan 400, and as we said, it's a piston filler pen, and I'm dating this pen to 1953. Now, because it's a Pelikan, it doesn't say anywhere on the pen, but I think we can safely say made in Germany. It's writing very nicely indeed. It has a little bit of softness to the nib, but I don't expect it to be a flexy nib. Okay, but writing very nicely indeed. So yes, although it says F on the bottom of the pen. Yep, we can say it writes with, but saying that, I would say it's getting on fine to maybe medium. It's not what I would term a fine nib, but either way, writing very, very nicely indeed. So let's pop that to one side. Let's just give the nib a little bit of white. We'll clean that once the video's done. Let's pop the cap back on, and there we have it. A very sought after collectible fountain pen. There's a lot of people out there that collect these Pelikan pens, and in my opinion, I think this is one of the most, well, one of the more desirable pens and desirable colours. Now, when I say colours, I believe they also came in a green, black, grey, striped colour. I think they also brought out what they termed as a light tortoise, so this was a lot lighter, and a light tortoise brown, which presumably that was a lot lighter, but it still kept the brown cap and the piston knob. And last but not least, I've seen a green transparent model as well. So they did come in numerous different colours, but in my opinion, this tortoise shell with a brown cap, brown knob, as I say, it's not very clear, but hopefully you can see it there. I think this is a lovely, attractive fountain pen. Hey! I hope you've enjoyed looking at the pen as much as I enjoy showing them to you people. Don't be shy. Leave a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel as well. Give the video a thumbs up if you will. But for now, I'm just going to say Slavo Ukraini from me and this handsome pen. Bye-bye for now.